Yo, what is up, my Perrim people? It's JadeJonny back here in Perrim's Underworld, and I wanted to have a little discussion today. Today, I thought it'd be really cool if we just sat down and we talked about what is apparently one of the most controversial topics ever to exist in Chaotic, the variable stat system. So, I'm personally. We were having a conversation yesterday in the chaotic Discord, or this morning. Really, it's technically this morning for me. It was like yesterday. Some of it was, but we were having a conversation in the chaotic Discord, and it was about variable stats. Somebody said that variable stats were like the worst thing for chaotic, and a lot of people chimed in and said that they actually liked variable stats, which led to a lot of invalidation of other people's like opinions, and it escalated from there. And I thought it'd be nice to just sit down and have a little conversation. If you guys want to chime in, go ahead and chime in down in the comment section. Tell me what you guys think about the conversation. But, so essentially, a lot of the competitive players said that variable stats were extremely bad because it could lead to a lot of games where it's just pay to win. For example, the best option that I can go to, right, is Copon Heimuge, and talk about how a Canada casualty targeting a Copon Heimuge that is average E or minimum E will one shot, but a Canada casualty targeting another Copon Heimuge that is 35 will do a two shot. You'll have to put in another source of damage to the Copon Heimuge to kill the Copon Heimuge, right? So that's like the go-to example I can give right now. Like, it's just the one that's always on my head and the one I'm always dreading, because sometimes people just like people just shoot my Copon, and I feel sad because it's like that's my Copon, and I don't like that people shoot my Copon. But so the conversation was that there shouldn't be variable stats, and a lot of people disagreed with it because it's a chaotic's identity is the variable stats, and it kind of led to this very long discussion. And I think it boiled down to the thing that most people ended up agreeing on was chaotic's variable stats are bad for competitive play, but they're really good for chaotic's identity. And the solution I suggested was, if like if we're going to get into a situation where it's like we have to have the variable stats, maybe we have a digital system that uses the average stats, and you can use manipulatable stats to be able to put stat investments into options that you want. I've talked about it previously how I want chaotic to have a gotcha system style stat system where if you pull six copies of the card, every copy gives you five in each stat until you hit a maximum of or it gives you three in each. I can't remember what it was. I can't. Where essentially you would have a where you essentially pulling X amount of copies would give you X amount of stats in each stat, um, and then that would allow you to essentially max out all of your creatures by pulling additional copies of said creature, with obviously a pity system or a universal system to ensure that you're still able to get creatures even if you're just like so you're not dumping like 10 grand into the game, and not pulling a Zamul or a Hiradam or as or an Azel, so stuff like that. That was my suggestion, was that you have those minimal stats. That you have a manipulatable stat. I'm sorry, I'm sick, but I really want to keep releasing videos because I feel like there's like not enough chaotic content, and I can't stream today because chaotic recode is down. I'm sorry, I'm out of it. I'm a little out of it. I'm very sorry, but I hope you guys can bear with me on this one. But yeah, so the idea that I had was that we have two separate competitive formats. One with physical, where you have to use like the random stats, and then digital, which would allow you to have those more manipulatable stats where you're able to pick and choose where your stats go, or pick it, or you'll be able to pull multiple copies to get the max stats, so that you're not having to dish out 5 grand on a 5 max Chaor. That's to max out your Chaor deck or whatever, right? And so that's kind of where I personally landed on. A lot of other people had a lot of other ideas, like keep the variable stats but introduce new battle gear, attacks, and locations that allow those lower energy creatures, those lower static creatures, to have additional benefits. I feel like that would take too long to implement into gameplay. I think they should do that anyways, but that would take too long to implement in gameplay. You'd have to like go like 2-3 sets before you start seeing a noticeable impact on the decks. So I think it'd probably be better to just immediately go like, okay, we're going to support digital and physical gameplay. And that way, players can pick and choose which side that they're on of the argument, and then like have the codes, like, instead of giving you a 1-to-1 copy of the card, give you currency based on the rarity of the card or whatever. That was my idea. Obviously, I can't have perfect solutions. This is I'm not the answer to everything, but I want to know what you guys think about it all. Do you guys like variable stats? If you do not like variable stats, tell me why in the comment section down below. Do you play competitively and you like the variable stats? Do you play competitively and you don't like them? Do you play casually and you don't like them? Like, let me know that more down in the comment section down below, because this is a conversation. I want to hear what you guys have to say. I don't even know what I'm slapping over this. I can't even begin to think about what I would. Maybe I'll play like 5 minutes of a video game or something. I don't know. But yeah, so thanks for watching the video, guys. Really appreciate it. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like the video, whatever. You don't honestly have to do it for this one, because this one's just kind of like, I want to see what other people think. Because I mean, I got like quite a few people's opinions yesterday or today or whatever date you want to call it. I got quite a few people's opinions today/yesterday, and I want to see what you guys' opinions are on this one. So thanks for watching the video, and I'll be seeing you guys later at another chaotic video. Deuces.